Hello, how are you? This is Emergency Management Made Easy with Lauren again. And today we're doing something a little bit different. And I say that often, don't I? And I'm glad that I do. Today we are interacting with the media. So I need you guys to do something for me. I definitely need everyone to have paper, everyone to have something to write with, because the material is not that difficult, but there are a lot of pieces. There's a lot of information as pieces, but they're easy peasy pieces. So it won't be a problem. And I know you'll like it because I enjoyed putting it together for you. Absolutely. And my title is Class 37 in our series, Interacting with the Media. There's a program that used to come on that I don't think I can mention the title, but the police officers would arrive at the person's house that they needed to talk with, and one of the gentlemen would say, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. Older people will remember that show. Younger people may not. But if you Google it, you'll know what show it is. Just the facts, ma'am. Introduction. Let's get started. We have a lot to cover. Maybe a little longer today, but not too much longer. Let me give you an overview. The media's perspective and the business owner's perspective are different, two different things. When interacting with the media, it's not surprising that ordinary people are often cautious or afraid of the interaction with media types or the press, media types. The best approach is to answer questions in simple terms relating to the emergency or issue in which the reporter is investigating. The designated company, spokesperson, or as professionals call PIOs, public information officers, should control how the story is told, thus controlling the narrative. Write that down and keep that top of mind. Controlling the narrative. Bear with me and I'll show you why. The designee should be prepared before the press arrives, if at all possible, which can be intimidating as several reporters often arrive on scene with the purpose of being the first to cover the story. They want to get the story first on their network, on their news show, or in their newspapers. During the emergency, the business owner isn't focused on publicity. That's not their focus. They are addressing the public issue, especially if employees, students, or congregants were just injured or killed. Two different perspectives. The business owner is addressing the impact of the news coverage involving their business employees and families, even if they arrive at your house. Interacting with the press during an emergency requires preparedness, honesty, and of course, clarity. One person should provide updates, avoid jargon, and no comment. We'll get to that in a minute. I have no comment. Avoid that. Get to it. Managing media's need for information by giving them a staging area and guidance. Ensuring you communicate with the public before the media does, especially regarding sensitive information like family notifications. You in the building are controlling the narratives. Key training takeaways. Are you still writing and listening? You see where we're going with this. During your training meetings, you can write one. During your training meetings, designate a spokesperson. They must be articulate, knowledgeable, and trustworthy. At least they should be. 2, administrators and supervisors inform your staff about who will speak and what topics are off limits. And it all depends upon what the situation is, what your business is, whether you're at the house being interviewed by the press. Some topics may be off limits. So in business, administrators, while you're discussing it with your training team, discuss this. 3, prepare key messages and develop concise, simple statements, avoiding jargon, and have supporting facts ready. Just the facts, ma'am. 4, set up media staging area and give reporters a designated area. That's their staging area where they will work, in which they will work and they will receive basic information from that area with the support of the public information officer or designee, supporting them, showing them, this is where you will stand. This is the space that we have provided for you, especially if you have a lot of media out there. They're going to definitely need a place to work. That's their staging area. That's the job of your PIO, your designee, to help them, to support them in that. 5, always notify the families or designated caretakers before the media reports the crisis. Let that sink in for a minute. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to say it again. Always notify the families or designated caretakers before the media reports the crisis. On the news, in the newspaper, on television. During interaction with press. Here we go. It's best to always be honest, articulate. When or what you don't know, tell them. Tell them, be articulate and honest. Tell them when and what you do not know. Offer to find answers and never lie. I'll give you some examples in a minute. Remember, avoid no comment. Why? Here we go. Because it implies guilt. Instead, say the information you're requesting isn't available yet, or that it violates privacy. So we cannot release that information. Got that? Very important. Remember, avoid no comment because it implies guilt. Instead, say the information you're requesting isn't available yet, or that it violates privacy. We can't release that information. That's in your notes, right? Pencils up. Stay professional and on message. Don't speculate or go off record, as anything can be used both negatively or positively. Remember, you're controlling the narrative. You're controlling what gets out there in regard to the incident, what happened, all of it. You control that. If somebody was shot, you control the narrative. If it may wind up in court, come on. You control the narrative. Be prepared to answer difficult or aggressive questions and anticipate them. Controlling the narrative. can be used both positively or negatively. Control your speech. Breathe. Control your breath. Never take anything or question personally. Maintain professionalism. It's not personal. And in some cases, it's not about you. Control, breathe, answer questions carefully, articulately, and slowly. Book reference. Did you forget I have a book? New people, I haven't mentioned it in several weeks because the people who've been working with me know I have a book. The book title is You Can Write a Step-by-Step House of Worship Emergency Safety and Security Plan. Wrote the first book with worship houses in mind. With everything going on, certainly they needed them. You can Google it, and it's available in various bookstores, and the pricing varies as you Google them. The book author is me, Lauren, Lauren, Holley, Holley-Allen, Allen. If you email me, prepare before it happens at outlook.com. I'll sell you a copy of the book and I'll pay for your postage. For free. I'll pay for it. So we can work it out. You send me an email. If you want to purchase a book from me, I'll be happy to sell you one and pay your postage. Communicating with local media. Pencils up. Local media communications. The forms are available in the useful forms section of the book. In my book, I have a form section. You do not have to try to figure out when you're training your team what forms you should use. Even a sign-in sheet is there. So yes, I have media forms in the book readily available for you. And I'll just give you an example of what they sound like, what they look like. And you can still make notes. Communication with local media. Media communication forms are available in the useful forms section of the book. Media communications, emergency action. Because emergencies may attract media attention, employees are to direct all media inquiries they receive to a designated person. It's already been decided in your training meetings as to who will be in charge of speaking during that emergency, a designated employee. They will speak with the media first, in many cases, if there's no one there to speak with them, like a boss or a public information officer or whoever is responsible for the business. Public information officer, what is their role? Media communications forms are available in the useful forms section. This is how it looks in the book. Only one public information officer is needed. The business owner, training team may designate others who will interact with the media in his or her absence. No worries. No worries. This is in the book, but I'm going to share how you will handle yourself. Your supervisor isn't there. You're in the restaurant. Media is coming to the door. There was an explosion. This is what we're going to do. The duties include the following. You provide, the public information officer, as a rule, provides reliable information to staff, visitors, and families. Give information and respond to media inquiries. Establish a joint information center, a JIC, or staging area for the media, a joint information center, a JIC, J-I-C in parentheses, or staging area for the media. Interact with local government, law enforcement, and emergency responders. Public information officers' job duty. Templates sample entitled How to Address the Media and How to Write a Press Release are in the Useful Forms section of the book. Personnel will not have to compose them during the confusion and chaos during any emergency event. I have already written them for you. They are templates in the book. So, in the useful forms section, let's look at the pre-scripted response for media inquiry. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. If the media is at the door, they're there, they've shown up, and you need time to assemble the facts for the initial press release statement or notify your supervisor, getting and organizing the facts is a priority. It's important that your business does not give in to pressure to confirm or release information beyond or before you have confirmation from your supervisor, your boss, your training lead, your chief executive officer, whoever's in charge. So you're not obligated. If you're not one of those persons to give out information, who's been designated to give public information to your public information officer or lead, should be the one to speak with and interact with the news media. So you're thinking, what should I do? What should I say? Well, the following response may give you and your employer, your boss, the necessary time to collect the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Use this template for your press statement and for providing an initial press release statement after the facts are gathered. Be sure you are authorized to give out the following information: the date of the incident, the time, and who approved it. Because that can be done on the telephone as well. You're buying time. A pre-scripted response can be given if on the phone to media. You ready? Pencils up. Our organization just learned about the situation and are trying to get more complete information now. I'm not the authority on this subject. Let me have your name and have someone call you right back. How can I reach you when I have more information? You're buying time. All our efforts are directed at bringing the situation under control. So I am not going to speculate about the cause of the incident. How can I reach you when I have more information? Speaking to the press. We are preparing a statement on that now. Can I email or fax it to you in about number of hours, number of minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours? Buy yourself some more time. You may check our website for background information, and I will fax or email or call you with the time of the next update. Let's pause. Now we've gone to another level, the update, the media briefing. Organizations provide journalists with information, content, context, and answers, and less formal than a press conference for new developments. That can be the press conference itself or a media briefing. You're briefing them on what you know at this point. Press conference, media briefing. If in person at incident site or in front of the press, like a press meeting or press conference. This is an evolving emergency. And I know, just like we do, you want as much information as possible. I want to tell you what we can confirm right now. At approximately what time? A brief description of what happened. At this point, we do not know the number of persons ill, people injured, injuries, death, etc. We have a system, plan, procedure, operation in place for just such an emergency. And we are being assisted by police, fire department, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Emergency Operations Center, EOC, local, and the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, as part of that plan. The situation is not yet under control, and we are working with local, state, federal authorities to contain this situation and determine how this happened. Determine what actions may be needed by individuals and the community to prevent this from happening again. We will continue to gather information and release it to you as soon as possible. I will be back with you within amount of time, 2 hours or less, whatever you decide. You control the narrative. To give you an update. As soon as we have more confirmed information, it will be provided. We ask for your patience as we respond to this emergency. Take a breath. How to write a press release is also in the book. 1. Formatting. The total length should be 2 pages, a minimum of 400 to 500 words preference. Avoid using I, we, or you. 2. Use font Times New Roman or Calibri. Bolded, larger heading. Body of text should be single-spaced. 1 line of space between each paragraph. Business logo, business title. Type of logo at the top center of the page. Business, whatever it may be. Email press release. Use high resolution copy of the logo as a separate title. That's for emails and press releases. Put the most important information first. Just get to the facts. Reporters and editors are busy. You want your press release to get their attention in the first paragraph. Give your primary news in the first paragraph. Always use active voice. Use strong active language. Get to the point. The facts. Proofread the copy several times and seek proofread assistance when needed. That's how to write the press release. You can always use this video again and again. No worries. This is a permanent document for you. Business logo and press release. For immediate release, email, address, website URL, date, Headline: City, State, the first paragraph. Begin your press release with a 2-sentence paragraph that provides a quick overview of the news and why it is important. It should read easily and capture the reader's attention. Next, provide relevant background information in understandable terms. Depending upon the purpose of the press release, the final paragraph can be a brief description of your organization, business. This should include a brief history of your business and types of services you offer if applicable. Business and owner. Now let me give you a little sample. This is so easy. October the 26th, 2019. Arson attack at Calvary Baptist Church, Chicago, Illinois. The Calvary Baptist Church was attacked by an arsonist Saturday night. A flammable gasoline bomb was tossed near the entrance of the church, igniting shrubbery and trees. The church was not harmed, states the local fire department. At 10 p.m., a neighbor living in the vicinity saw an unidentified person running south on Allentown Road. This disgusting attack is not representative of who we are, and we must find the people responsible. This church has been a staple in the community for 100 years. A hate crime has never been committed, states Reverend John Alexander, church clergy. That's how you do it. Follow these instructions and you won't have any problem. But follow them to the letter in terms of training your team, discussing who is to do what and when, who is to speak to whom and when. Do this, and you will always have success in dealing with the press. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed preparing it for you. Remember, you can purchase a book from me. I will pay for the postage. So expensive. Just send me an email request and I'll get right back to you and we'll work it out. Prepare before it happens at outlook.com. I'm Lauren Holley-Allen. Hopefully this was a masterclass for you made easy. I'll talk with you in a few days.